Hey, this is Ray the CPA. I wanted to talk to you this morning about the Paycheck Protection Program loan forgiveness and just a couple of things to go over. So for many of us who have had a loan under $40,000, we could have used the form for, it's a simplified form where you basically make assertions, very simple assertions that you haven't, you assert basically that you haven't committed fraud, that you've used the PPP the way you were supposed to. One-page form, and then you put your demographic information at the end. That form is still available, but all of the PPP forms have been updated as of January 19th, I believe. So, we're going to go over those briefly. Now, the reason for the update for the simplified form, first of all, make sure to watch this video the entire way through. I'm going to go over the 3 PPP forms and then at least 2 important questions that you need to know, like what kind of documentation you might need in order to apply for forgiveness. Do you need to be forgiven before you do the second draw? So if you just watch, I promise I'll keep this under 4 minutes. It helps the algorithm and it gets this video out to more people that need it. So thank you for that. As always, if this adds value, like and subscribe. Now, nitty gritty. So all of the forms for the PPP for forgiveness start with 3508. So if you have borrowed, let's start from the top. If you have borrowed more than $150,000, you're going to do the 3508 period. That's the name of the form. So you use that form. There's calculations on it. It has a bunch of pages. More documentation is required. What kind of documentation? Well, proof that you use it on payroll, proof that you use it on payroll over the covered period. Typically, those are going to be, you can use payroll registers if you use an outside company. You can use your 941 that you have to file with the IRS if you have payroll. If you have 1099s, you've made a mistake. That's not payroll. Okay. That's for everybody that's over $150,000. Okay. Now, if you are over $150,000, but you have not reduced hours or reduced pay more than 25%, or you're self-employed, you can use the 3508EZ. It's a more simple form, but not the simplest form. Again, what do you use for support? Well, if you're self-employed, you want to use 1099s that you've been paid. You want to really use your tax records, though. If you're self-employed, if you fill out a 1040 Schedule C or Schedule F, really it's going to be your tax return information is the best thing that you have. But if I were you, where you really want to use is a 3508S. That's a simplified form. It's a one-page form, and it's for anyone who borrowed $150,000 or less. $150,000 or less. Use that form, get it done. Now, a lot of people ask, hey Ray, can I apply just to the SBA and get this thing moving? No. You have to go through your lender, and that's been frustrating because some lenders aren't ready to accept them. They should be now. Keep checking with them. Okay, I think I covered what I wanted to cover. I wanted to keep this short. The forms are there. Oh, do you have to apply for forgiveness before the second draw? You don't, but I would recommend you can do it simultaneously. There's nothing that would stop you to get the second draw. You have to have used or will have used. Okay? So remember, watch my videos on documentation. That should help. All right, under 4 minutes. Bang bang. Thanks so much. Have a great morning.